Hey everybody, I'm back. Gonna bring you another topic for everybody. My opinion. This one is kind of a special request from a friend of mine. They wanted me to talk about this topic, so I'm gonna give it to you. This topic is basically about women who have kids and who have babies, and the man wants to be a good father, but the women won't let them. Now, a lot of women out there, might have no good baby daddies or no good fathers or whatever. But that doesn't mean that all men are that way. There are some men out there who want to be a father to their child. But women nowadays, even if people say, even if women say that they love men, in all honesty, women despise men, you know, and in every situation, in every story, everything, the women makes the man the enemy, like, turns the man into the bad guy. Like, we're always the ones always doing wrong, always the cheaters, always, no good, never want to take care of the kids or whatever. But that's false. That's a lie. There are women out there who won't let men see their own kids for the fact that just because the woman despises that man, they want to raise the kid to despise that man too. So you know how people want to raise their kids into the same hate that they have, you know. So it's like, since I hate them, you have to hate them too. And to me, that's not fair for the fact that you need two parents to raise a kid. You know, that's how I was raised, and you shouldn't hold back, the right of a man to be a father to his child, no matter how much you hate him. You don't even have to talk to him. All you got to do is, let them come by, pick the kid up, and whatever your agreement is, your situation is, let him do his father role, you do your mother role, and just because you guys didn't work out don't mean that you guys can't be great parents. Just because you weren't great husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever doesn't mean that you're not going to be great parents. You can be great parents and still not be together. Just because you don't like each other, you guys can still compromise for the child's sake. Because if you bring a child up like that, they're going to think that it's always the father's fault. Like, they're going to think of the father as the bad guy for their whole lives until they find out the truth, that it was the mom who was hiding or who was not letting the father see you. Then at the end, the child will resent the mother for doing that. And see, that's going to be a hard blow, because the mother's going to be all older and the child's going to be older, and they're not going to have a good relationship at the end. And I think mothers who do that for the fact because they don't want to seem like they're the bad guy of the relationship. They want the child to see them as the good one and want to see the father as the bad one. And the way society is easier to understand, and it's easier to accept the fact that the man is the one that walked out not wanting to raise his own kids, because that's what people always think, that it's always the man who does that. But when a woman does something like that, people say, like, oh, it's rare, but it's not that rare. There are some men out there who are not coming around their kids, not because they don't want to, but because the mother doesn't allow them to. I don't think that's fair because I believe a child has a right to know both of their parents and to experience both sides of love from their parents, you know, because everybody knows there's some things that a mother can teach you that a father can't, and there's some things that a father can teach you that a mother can't, you know, and and it's kind of like kids grow up and they already have this hatred inputted on them from what their mother has told them about their father, you know. And sometimes the mother makes up lies like, oh, your father's dead, or he cheated on me, or something like that, for the fact that, you know, like I said, want to make him the bad guy. And sometimes they also tell the kid, oh, he left us, you know, he didn't want us anymore. But most of the time, the truth is, he didn't want you anymore. He didn't leave the child, he left you, you know, because, you know, his child, he still loves his child, but it's you, the one that he left. So don't put the he left us, and, you know, all that stuff. It's not a us, it's you, you know. But you want the kid to seem that they're the reason that the father left. So the child's gonna grow up thinking that the father doesn't like them or doesn't want them around. And that's how most things happen. You know, that's how most of those situations come down to it. And it's a shame that happens, but I think that's not fair. Like I said, when it comes to women doing that. And, you know, I hope that never happens in a situation with me or anything like that, because to me, that's just real mean, real evil to me. And there is no basically no reason why a woman should do that. You know, okay, if the man might be horrible to you, but he might change being a father. Doesn't mean that you have to get back together. Doesn't mean, you know, that he's trying to prove himself to you. No, he's trying to be a better person by being a better father or being a good father, you know. Just because he was a bad husband or a bad boyfriend doesn't mean that he wants to be a bad father, you know. So, ladies, give these men you have babies with a chance to take care of their responsibility and also help you out in the process, you know. Don't be afraid that, oh, when he has a kid, he's going to say stuff about you and turn you into the villain. Because most of the time, people don't think that way, because that's going to mess with the whole relationship you guys have when it comes to the kid. It's going to be like you're using the kid as a weapon to fight your war, you know? And that's not fair. Children are not weapons, you know? You shouldn't treat them like that. So, ladies, let these men be fathers to their children, no matter how much you hate them, no matter how much you despise them, whatever. Allow them a chance to be a better father and a good father, you know. Now when it comes to them doing something to the child, now that's a whole different story. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about only the man and the woman relationship when it comes to the son or the daughter. So, like I said, just keep your relationships with the man to yourself and don't push it onto the child. And I guess that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for listening.